So with the news that Welsh schools are to go online for at least the first week of the next term, and the possibility, especially of Tier 4 restrictions, that England, the rest of the United Kingdom and even the world could follow, what are your top 3 tips for teachers and other educators when they're dealing with an online classroom?
Thanks, Nick. I guess I think there's 3 key tips that I'd like to just share today. And I guess that they're very important in these current times where teachers are often now transitioning onto virtual full-time from their normal face-to-face stuff. And you can get great results. So the 3 key things I'd say is dial up the warmth, make sure you've got your setup right, and think about what you're doing non-verbally as well as verbally to your students. So let's look at the warmth firstly. So I think it's really important the first 10 minutes to be more human, to make sure that you're interacting with them as a person and a group of individuals, not just as your teacher. So we have to be far more interactive and facilitative, if I could say it, when you're online. So it's about dialing out the warmth for those first 10 minutes, asking them what they've done on their weekend, what did they do before, so that we're connecting to them as humans, because otherwise it can be quite clinical online. So the second thing is about your setup. We need to think about what's in your background, and also think about where your camera's positioned. You should be about 2/3 of the way up, like this. Rather than having either, I see often people with their head down and you're seeing the top of their head, or right on top of the camera where they're looking down on you and even seeing up their nose, which I guess the kids will like. So we've got to think about our setup is number 2, and the background and what's coming across. Finally, think about what you're doing with your hands. Are you thinking about stuff? That often can buy yourself time while you're thinking about an answer and reflecting to a response, or asking questions. Often palms up is a great way of connecting with people in terms of getting the encouragement. Remember though, when you ask questions online, there's a bit of a time delay. And what I mean by that is if you ask a question, an open question in class, often you can get a good response. If you do that online, the silence as people are getting off mute can seem like an age. So ask individuals the questions would be what I say. Finally, on the point of non-verbals, remember engagement looks very different online. So i.e. face-to-face, you can tell non-verbally what's happening. Sometimes the person could be looking away, and that just might be where their camera's set up. So just think about engagement does look slightly different. Hoping that helps, encouraging you to actually think about your setup, dial up your warmth, and most importantly, think what's happening non-verbally as well as verbally. Thanks very much.